This is our vocabulary reader for the week. It's called Weaving by Karen J. Rothbart, illustrated by Ruth Flanagan. You can weave many things. You can weave blankets, clothes, baskets, and even the top of a delicious pie. See how they weaved or wove the dough in and out to make the crust? How do you weave? To weave, you put yarn or strands of wool over and under one another. You can dye yarn many different colors, but you would not want to dye the top of a pie. You can use many tools for weaving. You can use a spindle for spinning wool into yarn. So this is a spindle, and it spins and spins and spins the wool, and it twists it up to make it turn into yarn. Then you can use a batten to separate the yarns and a comb to put some yarns in between others. So here they're showing you the picture of the batten and a comb. That's a weaving comb, not the comb for your hair. A floor loom is used for weaving. Looms come in many sizes. Many are really big. 2 sets of yarn are used on a loom. There's a weft, which looks like it's the part that's already being woven. And then the warp is the part coming out the other side. One set is called the warp. It runs from the front to the back. The other set is called the weft. It runs from side to side. The weft goes over and under the warp, which makes the weaving. You can make a loom out of a piece of cardboard. Or in the example video I posted with this, with a piece of paper. First, have an adult use a knife to cut slits at the top and bottom. He or she may need to use a sharpening tool on the knife. So you cut a bunch of little slits on both sides of the cardboard. Then next, you should wrap some yarn around the cardboard. This is the warp. Put the yarn in each slit. Tape the yarn to the back of the cardboard. So you go around and you're making one line and you tape it on the back. Now you are ready to weave. Pick out some yarn you like. You can duplicate a design you like, or you can make up one. You have so many choices. So now you would take a stick to make it easier to go in and out of the different pieces of the warp, and you go in, under, over until you form a weaved piece of yarn, or like a little mini blanket. The example I gave you guys, you're doing it with paper, so it's a little bit easier. But if you have yarn and cardboard at home, feel free to try out to try out this example. All right. And remember our vocabulary words: delicious, duplicated, dye, sharpening, spinning, strands, weave, and yarn. Happy learning, friends.